Hello everyone, today's prompt for Junk Journal January 2024 is bookshelf, and I'm working on the left hand page, but I also want to do some work on the right hand page there where you can see the rips and the tears from the previous prompt. So here I've got a packet of stickers, and what they are book spines. So I thought I would use those today, and I also have in amongst my stash this library card, and I thought I could make use of that as well. And here I've just printed out some images of piles or stacks of books, and I've got those to one side. Now originally I thought I would make a background using those stickers, but when I saw the packaging, or when I took out the packaging, I quite liked the little flap of cardboard that was the container, and decided that I could make use of that as a pocket for my library card. Now I could equally have made a pocket, but I just thought I'd make use of the packaging. So I've changed my idea again and decide that instead of decorating my background page, which is book page on, or vintage book page on the page of my journal that I'm working on for this prompt, I decide that actually I'll use the stickers to decorate the back of the actual packaging or the pocket that I'm going to create. Now these are washi stickers, and once you peel them away from the backing, they're not quite as opaque as I would like them to be. So I'm actually doubling them up here. So I'm putting one sticker on top of the other, which is a perfect match. You get, I think it's 20 different designs and two of each design in this packet. And so I'm just trying to match up the ones that are the same and layering them up. So here I am, just putting a sticker on top of another one that's exactly the same. And as I say, they're all book spines. And then I'm putting a bit of glue on the back, which is the piece that you would normally peel away. And then I'm gluing the whole thing into the back of the packaging and just kind of building up what I hope looks like a stack of books on the back of that packaging. And I'm allowing them to go over the top of the packaging, as you can see. So I've got my packaging, my spines lined up all the way across, all overlapping each other, and then I'm putting a few that are slightly smaller or shorter in the front, so that it just looks like really a pile of books all collected together. So here I've got one that I've doubled up, and I'm going to put this along the bottom of my page. So I'm just adding a touch of glue. And there I go, just gluing it along the bottom. And then I find another one that's exactly the same and glue it along the bottom of this page. And whilst this page hit the prompt for peeking out, which was yesterday's prompt, I wanted to try and create a journal spread out of these two pages. So as you can see, I'm just layering up a few of those washi book spines in the right hand corner. And I'm just layering two together and then another one over the top. Here I've started fussy cutting some of those piles of book images that I printed off from the internet, and the reason I want to use these is to add a pop of colour on my page or pages, because those washi spines are pretty dull and muted, I thought, and I thought it would be nice to have a nice pop of colour with the colours and a touch of gold in these images. So after that I've cut them out, I go back to my pocket or my packaging, and I just snip off a bit of the bottom of the packaging just to make the actual pocket itself slightly smaller. And here I'm just gluing the front portion back onto the back piece of the packaging that I decorated. So just giving it a little burnish with my bone folder. and that's it on the page. And then I decide that I'm going to add some of those images behind my pocket. So I'm just adding one on the left hand side and tucking it in behind. You'll see me go in a minute with a couple on the front. So there we go, I've got one on the front there. Now that piece will be actually glued to the pocket itself, or the front of the pocket, and so will this bit as well. And then I'm just auditioning some more to tuck in behind. So I actually try to get a dimensional look here. So I've decided that I don't need all of that pile of books there, or that row of books. So I've just snipped off a couple. And my pocket isn't glued to my page at all at this point. Just feeling my way where everything needs to be. So that's my first piece glued onto the front of the pocket. And this is one of the images to go behind. Just positioning everything where I want it to go. And then this piece, here we go, I want to tuck in behind. There we go. And then that loose bit on the front there. There we go. I'm gluing that in place now. And then I go in and glue the whole of my pocket in place on the background. There we go. Dab of glue on the back and positioning it in place on my page. And just testing it with the library card in the pocket. So I have a few of those books left over, as you can see. So I decided I'll put one in that bottom right hand corner, and I decided to make the stack slightly taller by adding an extra book, and then a few more on the bottom right hand side. I decide that my page at the top is looking pretty bare, so this is just a scrap of paper, handwritten paper. Give it a little dab with vintage photo distress ink, a bit of glue, pop it in that top left hand corner, and then I go in and put an eyelet in that corner as well. So here I am going in with my crocodile. It's a little bit tricky because I've got a layered pocket behind it. Then I decide I'm going to do the same sort of thing with my library card. So I've put a scrap of that handwritten paper behind it, popping an eyelet, putting a washer on the back and cinching it together using my crocodile and popping that in the pocket. And you'll also spot in that corner there a little tiny mouse, because I thought that would be what the cat was peeping out at. And this is where everything went decidedly wrong. I decided to mix up some black gesso with some water and to do splatters, and I obviously didn't mix it well enough and I got a huge splodge, and I went in and decided it didn't matter, I could carry on, and I got splodges all over it. I was really frustrated. So I decided at this stage that the best thing to do was to carry on, and I pulled out my Tim Holtz little mini labels, and I've dotted them all over my 2 pages to cover up as best I can my splodges with a little bit of layering. And then I call it a day, everybody, because trust me, after I got all those black splatters all over the place and rubbed half my background away with a wet wipe, I wasn't a happy chappy. So I decided to quit whilst I was ahead. So here we go, everybody. I'm glad I didn't have the audio on when I was recording that bit of the video, because the air was blue, trust me, it really was. Anyway, this is what my finish journal spread looks like, and obviously my finish page for the prompt bookshelf. Very grungy, not quite how I imagined it was going to look, but at least I soldiered on and got something in the end. So as always, thank you so much for watching. take care, and I hope you'll join me in for the next video in this Junk Journal January 2024 series. Until then, bye bye now.